Good morning, sun. How are you? Skies above. Gee, it's great to be alive and love.
So, we're back to end of the driveway vlogs, waiting for Caitlin's bus. And they've been here 10 minutes and I was over it. But I figured this is the only time that I will have time, probably in the next 3-ish days, to update because I am slacking on vlogging. So basically what happened, we ended up moving to a new house. We're on the same ranch. We moved and it has been the busiest 3.5 to 4 weeks ever. Can you hear that? My car is like, oh, that sounds horrible. Caitlin started school, and that's been about a week and a half now ago. And so she started school. Emma's teething. Caitlin's teething. Surprisingly enough, Levi's teething. I'm good. But it has been lots of headaches. Literally, like, Levi has a headache all the time. His, one of his wisdom teeth, I don't remember which side, but one of them we got pulled about, we got pulled like a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. I think it was before I got pregnant with him. It was like 2 years ago. And now one of his other ones is coming up and like really, really hurting, messing up his other teeth. And he's a chewer, so that doesn't help anything. I don't know if it makes anything worse, but probably. And then Emma had her first, her first tooth came in on his birthday. And Caitlin lost her first tooth, which was this one, on Levi's birthday. So Emma got her first tooth, Caitlin lost her first tooth. And then yesterday Caitlin came home from school and she was complaining that her right side, she's like, there's a bump right here. So of course I looked, and she 100% has a molar coming in. But then I was looking at her other molars, and on this side she has one molar that is, hold on, there's a car coming. Sorry, probably looks really weird at the end of the vlog, or end of the driveway, for me to be just sitting here staring at my phone where we don't have service. So Emma, you want mommy's water bottle? Here, it's nice and cold. So I looked at the rest of them, and I don't know which side. I think this is the one that's coming through, but the other side, on like her very last one, is like the three little humps of it are through. So there's just one part of her molar that hasn't popped through yet, but the gum is so swollen. And then she looked up, and this one doesn't look as traumatic, I guess, but this one you can actually see like 4 pointy bits of her tooth that are about to break the surface of her gum, and that was the one that this whole side, she said, is really hurting her. So she's been having a headache. I assumed before that it was because she hasn't been wearing her prescription glasses, but now I'm starting to think maybe it's just teething. And then Emma now has her 2 bottom teeth in front. They came in like back to back. One, it was the August 2nd was Levi's birthday, and that was the first one. And then like 2-ish days later, the other one had broken the surface. And then this last week, it seems like her top front teeth are just taking their time. Like, they are right at the surface, both of them, for the longest time. They finally broke through, but they have not moved down much. So she just kind of has like a little nub of a tooth. And it looks like, to me at least, she's gonna have the same gap that her sister has, which I don't mind. I think that it'll be adorable. My nephew also has, my sister's younger son has one. Oh, the bus is here. But really quick, I'll finish. It's part of her gum comes down. And I was doing some research and it said that if you get it like cauterized, at some point they may not need braces because it's what prevents them from closing. So, we will see. I came outside to pet the cats. There's Mooney and Meepo. And here's Mama. Mama Teresa. What are you doing? Oh, you so funny. Emma. Hi. Hi. And there's jealous little Piper. But look at our new backyard. Tell me we are not the luckiest. So pretty.
Let her get her hat. Let her have a chance of getting her hat. Mama. It's Emma. It's little Mama. Uh-oh. It's raining.
So it's Thursday, and today is picture day, or was picture day. So Caitlin got all dressed up and went to school. And then I just got her from the bus, and I'm in the car because Emma is asleep. And Caitlin is playing on the playground. Now that we've moved to the new house, it's not as easy as just walking outside and there's the playground. We actually have to drive to it, so we were on our way up to the new house, and Caitlin asked if she could please play at the park until Daddy gets off work. So we're doing that, and she's swinging and getting out her jitters. So for us, we live, I want to say like 20 or 30 miles. I don't know exactly how much it is from town. And, oh good, she's coming. And our driveway is 8 miles long. So in the morning, I have to wake up, take Caitlin to the end of the driveway, drop her off at the highway, and the bus will take her into town and pick up. She's the first person to get on the bus. Hey, Tiny.
Will you watch me swing?
Yeah.
See how high I can get?
Yeah.
Can you come over?
No. I'm going to stay here with your sister so that...
can see you.
I can see you. I can actually see the yellow swing perfectly.
You can?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want you to come actually over.
I'm vlogging while your sister rests. And Daddy's going to be off work in like 2 minutes.
So he can watch me.
Maybe. I don't know where he's at the moment. So you have a few minutes, and then we're going to go back up to the house.
And then find Daddy and then maybe come back.
Yeah, can I show everybody on the vlog how pretty you looked at picture day? Let me unplug it. You so fancy.
Whoa. And I also had a fancy walk today.
Oh, a fancy walk. Let's see it. Oh, you shake your hips. Okay, go play. Love you. So, anyways, I drive her to the end of the driveway. The bus picks her up. She and one other kid who is at the same end of like their driveway and our driveway are right next to each other. They are the first kids to get picked up. Then they go a quarter of a mile down the road, pick up one more girl, and then go back and pick up everybody else along the way. Ugh, I'm not sure why they do it that way, but between our drive down and then all of the stops along the way, it ends up being about an hour-ish commute one way for her. And then on the way home, she transfers buses, and ends up being usually one of the last kids off. And it just makes for a really, really long day for her. So when she's feeling up to playing at the park, I try not, especially after school, I try not to discourage it because she's been asked to sit still all day. And, oh, she's going really fast. They do have, so when she gets dropped off in the morning, she has a first recess like before school. They let all the kids play in the schoolyard. And then at lunch she has a recess, and then usually she has like an afternoon recess right before they like do their dismissal routine. And she says that that one's only like 5 minutes. So she is having very long days and has to sit still a lot. So even last school year, I tried to make it a point to let her go be a kid, get her energy out, especially this time of day because Emma's normally napping. She'll nap on the way down. And then she'll stay asleep as long as we're in the car. So I just try to let her be a kid, let her be 6. It's kind of hard to think that she's got a lot of responsibility and there's a lot expected of her, and she's only 6. So one thing I was meaning to touch on with the whole bus commute thing before she came over and distracted me is that obviously we live in Wyoming, so you know we're used to harsher winters. We're used to snow. We're used to snow drifts, cold weather. But with the school district, they have to have so many days of school each school year in session. If I understand it correctly, which I'm not sure that I do, if it starts snowing in the morning and they have like blizzard conditions, they'll dismiss early. And if they dismiss before noon, they have to make up a full day. Whereas if they wait until, I don't know if it's actually noon, it might be like 11:30 in the morning. But if they dismiss before whatever point in the day, they have to make it up at the end of the school year, which eats into their summer, which happened this past school year. And if you look at some of our older vlogs, you'll see that we ended up having a blizzard at the end of May this past year. We don't count summer until mid-June. I know that that's not until like the summer solstice starts anyways, but like it doesn't start getting warm here until later into the summer. So we prepare for a rough winter because we usually have them. The thing that we're worried about is that we have an 8-mile-long driveway, and we live in kind of more of a, I guess it's not really mountains, but it's kind of a mountainy area, and the county only maintains our driveway because it's considered a county road. They only maintain it once a year, and that was 3 weeks ago. So we're responsible for snow removal. Part of our driveway is BLM land, and that has its own restrictions for as far as what you can and cannot do to maintain it. Like you have to get permits, you have to have all these things. And so one idea we've been kicking around is homeschooling her and doing like a virtual academy, because more than likely we're already going to have snow days this winter, but more than likely she's going to have more than the average student at her school because of the fact that there's days in the winter that you're not going to be able to get down our driveway. So we're considering homeschooling. There is Levi's friend who's got him the job here. He and his wife homeschooled their daughter because it was such a long day, and they weren't super impressed with the school district here, and definitely has some areas that it could improve. But part of the reason that we like Caitlin being in school is because she's been growing up in this community since she was 1 and knows so many kids, and this is really her only chance to get to see them and to socialize. And we think it's important that she take direction from other adults, and it's in general just a really good experience. She likes riding the bus even though it is a long day. So that's kind of where our dilemma comes, is we really want her to have the public school experience that she's having, that we had as kids. But the drawback is that, you know, on average, she could be missing 2 days of school each week or more. And we don't want that to interfere with her education. So I think if you have any suggestions, we'd love to hear it. If you have any reviews on like the virtual academies that are out there. I don't know what the one for Wyoming is. I'll have to talk to his friend, but it's definitely and unfortunately something that we're thinking very seriously on, at least for this school year. This place is not, you know, a long-term 10-year career for Levi. So obviously once we move on from this job, she'll probably go back to public school unless we really love homeschooling, and then who knows what will happen.
Daddy, watch.
It's raining. It hails a little bit. Free car wash. But it's raining and it's really good for our field, so I'm trying to count it as a blessing. What do you think, Gummy? Do you see the rain? Rain? Yeah, rain. Cold, huh? It's kind of starting to wash out the driveway a bit. But we're getting ready for Emma to go to bed. Levi is down at the shop with Caitlin. And I just fed Emma some dinner. She had some mashed potatoes and some homemade giblet gravy. I think that's how you say it, right? Giblets. Homemade gravy, and it's really healthy. I am trying to start, let's see. We're in our new room now. Let's see. Oh. We're trying to start a new family tradition. Sorry if I'm all over the place. I'm trying to get all of Emma's stuff gathered up so that I can give her a bath. That was just a little too much while I was walking. The first week of school was just really chaotic, and I'm trying to eliminate that happening on a regular basis by establishing a schedule. And so I am doing themed dinner nights. So like Thursdays, we're gonna start Girl Scouts this week. And that meeting is on Thursday. So Thursdays we'll have crockpot dinner. That way I can throw it in before I go to get Caitlin and we go to the Girl Scout meeting. And then by the time we get home, she can just eat and go to bed. And Sundays is the only one that I can think of right now. Sundays is Sunday supper. So I'm trying to do more of like home style meals that are not as much on the go. This past weekend we had a oven roasted chicken and gravy and mashed potatoes and dinner rolls, and it was just really, really good. Wow. In that light, it really looks like she has a farmer's tan. Yes, it does, but you don't really have one. Just looks like it. And then we have like, I think Tuesdays is Mexican night for like Taco Tuesday. Wednesday, I believe, I could be wrong. Yeah. Wednesdays is breakfast for dinner. Yeah, say hi. Say hi. Do you see that baby in my phone? Say hi, baby. Do you see her? It's Emmy. Yeah, you're so sweet. So there's that with our meals. And then I'm also trying to start, it's not going well, but I'm trying to start a cleaning routine where each room, like I have my daily chores of making beds and all of that, and then each day of the week I have like a room where I go and really clean it. So like if I clean the kitchen, I actually wipe down the cupboards, the baseboards, do all of that, and then the next day I do all of the bathrooms, like where it's like a real deep clean, not just a spritz. And I'm 2 days behind on that, so it's not going well, but I think it'll take a little bit of time and practice. Yeah, and then Emma, this is her bedroom door right here. They have a Jack and Jill bathroom, so I go through Caitlin's room to get to their bathroom. Such an elephant. Pretty. No, don't do that. Her room is currently like our garage. We're waiting for, if you saw it in the front yard, there's like a big pallet full of wood. That is supposed to be our shed. And it just needs to be put together, but Levi doesn't have time. So as soon as that happens, all of the stuff that goes into our garage will go into the shed and out of Emma's room. So as soon as, yeah, say hi. Oh, gentle. As soon as we do that, I'm gonna put up Emma's nursery out. It's yellow, so I'll probably paint it first and then set it up. And I would really like to start sleep training because this ain't working for me. I will go over in a later clip or maybe a different video my plan for sleep training and what we're doing in the meantime. But she's 9 months old, still co-sleeps. And by co-sleep, I mean she sleeps and I co-lay. Ow! I co-lay and try to sleep. Excuse you? What are you doing? So I'm gonna try to start getting the ball rolling on that because I'm really overwhelmed and exhausted, and it doesn't, it does not make me a fun person to be around. It doesn't make me a fun mom, and my kids deserve better. So we're gonna get this one. We're starting at the very beginning of her sleep training is to establish a routine. Now, even though she doesn't have a room, I am going to try, I'm trying to do dinner, bath time, and bed all in the 6 o'clock hour. So she just had dinner, now it's bath time, and then we'll be off to bed. Okay? Say good night. Say night night. Yeah, say night night. There we go. Night night.